Natural Resource Committee will hold a hearing on the bill to officially rename a Texas wildlife refuge after 12-year-old Jocelyn Nungaray, who was murdered by illegal immigrants last year. Jocelyn's mother, Alexis, is in Washington to advocate for this bill, and Texas Congressman Brian Babin introduced the bill. Both join me now. Thanks to the both of you for being here. Alexis, we'll begin with you. As her mom, what does renaming this refuge in her memory mean to you?
It means the absolute world to me and my family. When we say she had a genuine love for all wildlife, all animals, just the outdoors, all of it, just knowing that President Trump was able to make one of her dreams come true. She wanted all animals to have somewhere to call home. And just knowing that this wildlife refuge was replaced in naming with her name, it's genuinely an honor. It's very bittersweet. I hate that we had to get to this point in life, but it becomes a reminder that there's beautiful that comes out of tragedy.
Beautifully said. Congressman, while Donald Trump signed an executive order to rename the refuge, your bill would make it permanent. Why was this cause so important to you, Congressman?
Well, because as the grandfather of 17 little grandchildren, my heart just goes out to Alexis here and her family at the loss of Jocelyn because of open border policies. And we want to make sure that her legacy lives on. We can never let this happen again. Closing this border is not an option. It has to be closed, and it has to stay closed, even after President Trump. And the reason we're offering this bill is so that the next president that comes in or a future president cannot reverse the renaming of this wildlife refuge. It happens to be in my district, and we don't want that to happen. We want the legacy of Jocelyn to go on. We want people to be reminded of how open borders impacted innocent people all across this country, but especially those there in Texas, where we were on the front lines of what was going on down at the border under the Biden administration and Alejandro Mayorkas. It was a disgrace. It was a national security breach, and I'm so happy that President Trump is now in office, closing this border down, 97% closed. Deportations up 600 and plus percent. It's high time that this happened.
Alexis, what would Jocelyn think of this tribute to her?
I think she would find it a little hard to believe at first, but a piece of her, somehow, some way, she always knew everybody would know her name. She aspired to be a famous actress, and exactly, this is not how we wanted her name to be known worldwide, but her dream essentially came true in another light. She's as free as can be, and I know she would just pat me on my shoulder and tell me, "I told you, Mom, I told you I was going to be famous."
A beautiful statement about a beautiful tribute to a beautiful little girl. Congressman, before we let you go, I want to ask you about some of the business on the Hill today. President Trump will meet with House Republicans on Capitol Hill in an effort to make sure the big, beautiful bill gets passed. And look, we know the Senate's going to be a real hurdle on this one, but are you confident that President Trump is going to get House Republicans to resolve their differences with that Memorial Day deadline now officially less than 1 week away?
I have great confidence. We're going to see the president this very morning on the Hill, as you just said, and I can tell you that he's a deal maker. He has a way of negotiating that I think he's going to be successful, and we're looking forward to get this thing passed. And quite frankly, this reconciliation bill has a lot in it, and these border provisions, and me as the Border Security Caucus co-chair in the House of Representatives, I'm very, very happy to see this happen. And quite frankly, I was with Tom Homan just last week talking about this. President Trump has made so many wise decisions, and I can tell you he's going to prevail this morning, I think, on the ones who are sitting on the fence, and we can get this big, beautiful bill passed.
The two of you have a busy day ahead of you. We thank you so much for starting it with us. Congressman and Alexis, thank you.